just went down to Six Flags down in San Antonio, Fiesta, Texas, got mobbed by Americans of every race, color, and creed, who are all the human race, that are awake. And all of them were like, Alex, we're not turning our guns in. We know it's Soros. We know it's the globalists. We understand it's a takeover. We understand Trump's trying to turn the economy back on. It was amazing. But Owen, the bizarre article, well, it's bizarre images put out by Hogg on Infowars.com, where Hogg now wears a purple armband like the Nazis, and he's there saying old people are effing bad. We're gonna get them, and then YouTube bans the video for bullying when it's David Hogg saying all this. He's this huge public figure, force-fed on every TV in the U.S. at these Soros-funded marches. But then if we talk about the 4 students out of 3,000 that are anti-gun at that school, the others get banned from CNN, banned from MSNBC. They say they've been banned. CNN's been caught having fake town halls. If we point out that Soros and the Democrats are funding this, which they admit they're doing, they lie and say that we're saying no shooting happened or they're crisis actors, and literally thousands of articles a week saying ban InfoWars. This is an attack on the First Amendment as well. This is their biggest assault. I wrote some headlines for the live feeds on the internet today. Facebook's headline, biggest offensive in history, launched against the First and Second Amendment, live coverage of Soros' anti-gun march. He is admittedly, the Women's March is the group funding it. He funds 92%, according to Federal Election Commission numbers of that. So 90+% of this is funded by him. Periscope, Democrats openly chant. I must have typoed there. Democrats openly change. It's chant. We have the power. We will get the guns at rallies nationwide. Democrats openly chant, we have the power. We will ban the guns. We will ban the guns at rallies nationwide. And tonight, Stormy's 60 Minutes set for Trump sex. Democrats announce revolution against the Second Amendment. This is how massive the point in history we are right now.
No, it's crazy that you have mainstream news, what was once a very highly respected program, 60 Minutes, now bringing on porn stars that are basically just promoting themselves, CNN doing the same thing, when nobody really cares about that. I mean, if you want to upset Trump's base, if they were smart, they'd be attacking the latest budget, but they're not even smart. And, you know, back to David Hogg, you know, I don't know what his motivation is, Alex. I don't know if
that's the high school senior that calls me a piece of crap and all these names. And YouTube bans any videos that criticize him, including videos of him flipping out, saying old people are pieces of crap.
But that's a typical view when you kind of reach that age. I mean, when you reach a certain age, you start to resent older people, you start to resent authority, you start to resent the establishment, and you kind of form your own way of rebelling. And David Hogg, I don't know if that's his motivation, if he's really organic, or if he's being, you know, spoon-fed these lines by the Democrat Party or his FBI father or CNN mother or whatever. But the average high school that feels that way changes their mind by the time they're 22. And so they think that they can get these people to have a concrete view against guns, a concrete view against America, but it's going to change, Alex. They're going to experience things. But
studies show most Generation Z are libertarian or conservative now because almost all their teachers, almost all their professors are beating them over the head with globalist ideology.
So that's the next wave. So the wave of David Hogg is like their final wave of the establishment was the NRA. The establishment was the conservatives. And so
no, the establishment's Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, George Soros, the globalists that have taken the guns. Here's the big news. Everywhere they follow this, let's be reasonable. And then they ban everything, and then you have authoritarianism. They want the guns. There's only a few countries that have the guns.
Well, and if you look at the guns, that the countries that have the strictest gun laws like Mexico, Brazil, there's obviously high level of crime, especially violent crime with guns. But they don't want to talk about that. I think that Alex, they have to throw the whole kitchen sink against the wall right now. And we were upset, you know, because we're sick of the Republicans. I mean, the Democrats and the Republicans, it's the same thing. I mean, that got proven again with this budget. It got proven again when the Republicans let...
And they go, oh, a budget's not an omnibus. Yes, it's one of the 12 spending bills of the year that combines 2 of the monthly spending bills together. It's part of the funding of the country. People want to play semantical games. The point is we're not happy Trump did this. He isn't a dictator. He doesn't control Congress. The issue is the Democrats frothing, funded by foreign money, hell-bent to destroy this American revolution to make this country great again.
If David Hogg is truly an intellectual, if David Hogg is truly somebody that can read and discern things, by the time he's 25 years old, he'll completely change all of his stances. That is what the
But it won't matter now. If you look at his extreme power trip and how he calls me he calls me a piece of SH, you know what? He calls me all these things, and then I just respond nicely. He challenges me to a debate. He backs out. He's scared. The media then says Jones harasses him, asking for a debate when it's Hogg's own tweets and his own statements. So this is a protected person from the beginning who is allowed, because he's anti-America, anti-gun, to go out and say whatever he wants. And as a public figure now, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter ban you if you criticize someone speaking in front of 300,000 people shipped in by George Soros, with all the Hollywood losers brought in that nobody listens to, nobody cares. No older person, no middle-aged person, no even millennial I know likes Hollywood. It's the most uncool thing. So they just bring in a bunch of people on buses paid to be there as a prop for a bunch of old Hollywood people and people like George Soros and Hillary Clinton to try to look cool and look young. And then coming up, we've got all the footage shot by Jack Posobiec of hundreds of buses coming in. But that's all admitted. The Democrats are funding this. But just a month ago, the Democrats admitted they were funding it. But if I covered it, they would ban us and kick us off YouTube. Again, they don't want you to know this is synthetic.
Well, and then we're going to have highlights from the march in Austin as well and the craziness that was down there. But you know what? Here's what David Hogg has actually done. And this is kind of a signal out to our audience that is millions and millions of people.
God, look at those hundreds of buses.
All you have to do to
think of the money. Where does it come from? I couldn't pay for 5 of those.
It's ridiculous.
Soros spent $287 million on the Women's March the day after the inauguration. They wouldn't let us get in to see Trump. We didn't block them. $280+ million on one march in D.C.
And then I have them on tape admitting that the organizers of these marches tell the protesters not to talk to InfoWars. We have it on tape. We'll play the tape later. But all you need right now,
because none of them have any ideas. They just go, I'm paid $100 to be here.
There's a void right now, Alex, and David Hogg can easily be defeated. All we need is to find a high school student that's a conservative that's actually good looking and big. Like
I was in a car with 6 girls today. A couple of my daughters, others not, who were all way more well-spoken than Hogg. They were saying everything about guns don't kill, people don't kill people, blah, blah, blah. It was all this. I mean, they were laying it all out about statistically guns hardly kill anybody, and how it's criminal, insane people that kill people, not guns, and all the facts, laying it all out, and how their school force feeds them this, but then their parents won't let them go on air.
But it's simple. A conservative that's all, you want to defeat a chicken neck Nelly? You just present somebody that's an alpha male. That's all you do. What do you think the youth is going to do? Pick some chicken neck, no chin, screwball, or pick some guy who's the captain of the football team, muscly, hangs out with the kids.
And the problem is
popular at school.
The problem is no one who's a libertarian or conservative or pro-free market that made this country so great speaks out.
Exactly.
They just sit there and watch Hollywood and all this garbage.
That's the void that could be filled. I'm telling you, if one quarterback, one captain of the football squad that was beloved by the whole school, beloved by the whole community, hard worker, straight A's, all the stuff, came forward, started a YouTube channel, went viral, it'd be game over.
They kicked the kids out of class or out of school that try to have a pro-life or pro-gun march. This is authoritarianism. This is peer pressure. This is criminal.
Yeah, and now we have the tapes of that, and you've also got teachers getting put on leave, suspended if they don't want to go along with the brainwash. But doesn't it just show you everything that you've said, Alex? Higher education, public schools are not education anymore. It's
what happens is you pay to send your children to get a worthless education and be indoctrinated by the losers that the system picked and got because they'll follow orders and pump a script into your children's brains that destroys their minds. And that's what this is, because, again, less than 50 kids a year die in mass shootings.
Clean, pure drinking water. You can't survive without it. But where do you get it? Alexa Pure Pro is a brand new, groundbreaking, gravity-fed water filtration system that is like no other. The Alexa Pure Pro transforms water from virtually any fresh source into clean, healthy drinking water, pairing the unprecedented superfiltration power of an all-new gravity block core with a hybrid chromatic shell. It removes up to 99.999% of impurities, including bacteria, viruses, fluoride, disinfectants, volatile organic organic contaminants and hormones. Filter capacity up to 5,000 gallons. Stainless steel construction. Easy assembly. Low maintenance. Replacement filters are simple to install. And now, as part of an exclusive limited time introductory offer, you can save $20 off the retail price and get free shipping. This is a limited time offer, so order your unit today and receive free shipping and $20 off. Go to InfoWarsStore.com or call 888-253-3139.